is up, everyone? I am your host, Gamer27, and today I'm having an interview with the one, the only, the biggest video game company of them all, Nintendo. So Nintendo, after your crummy year in 2020, what do you plan to release for next year?
Super Mario 3D World.
Yes, Nintendo, that's very cool, and we're all very hyped for that, but can you give us a little more information on some games that you haven't announced yet?
And Bowser's Fury.
Yes, but I think your fans would like to hear, a little more. So can you please just give us, a little more detail on what you have coming up, possibly?
Super Mario 3D World, damn it!
Since God forbid Nintendo tells us anything that they have planned for 2021, instead, it's prediction time. So, remember, these are just what I think are going to come to the Switch in 2021. Don't take anything I actually say or predict too seriously. Heck, don't even trust anything I say, because if you trusted everything that was said on the internet, baby Waluigi would be in Smash by now. So, yeah, these are just my predictions. I don't know if any of these things are actually going to happen, but these are just what I think, so yeah, just don't take them too seriously. And with that said, let's get started with my predictions in 3, 2, 1, let's go! So my first prediction is Diamond and Pearl Remix. I swear, if these don't happen in 2021, I'm going to frickin' start a riot. Alright, so why do I think this is gonna happen? Alright, let's see a few reasons right now. One, Sword and Shield already got all the expansion stuff it needs. The DLC is basically like a third version that almost all Pokemon games have. They got that out of the way, and they got away all of their weird stuff with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. And people have been clamoring for these for a long time. We are way overdue for Gen 4 remakes. We are just way too overdue for them. People have been begging for them for ages, and they got all their stupid stuff that they usually do out of the way before we can actually get these remakes.
Hi, how are you?
But now, here's the thing. On January 1st, it's pretty likely that we're going to be getting a Pokemon announcement, because some Pokemon things are able to appear at a live broadcast at a space station, or in space. I'm not really too sure, but something space related. And here is the thing. Diamond and Pearl mascots are Palkia and Dialga. Palkia is the space Pokemon, and this interview is being held in something space related. Put the two and two together, and I think you're starting to see a connection here. This could just be a coincidence, but I highly doubt it. Palkia, the space Pokemon, the interview being held something space related. And if you put them together, I think you see the connection. So, taking into account that Game Freak already got their weird stuff out of the way, like they got their expanded version of Sword and Shield out of the way, and their weird thing with whatever the heck Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were, and the fact that, the space-related thing with Palkia and the live interview, I definitely think it's gonna happen. Like, there's no way this can just be a coincidence, right? I mean, it could be, but I highly doubt it. So yeah, I think Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes are going to happen this year, and it is way too long overdue. And I would be so happy if these happen. Trust me, I'm not just saying this out of my hope for this happening. Okay, maybe a little bit. But I think with all these things pointing in this direction, I think it's very likely to happen in 2021. So next, let's talk about some Smash Bros. DLC. Now, as you know, there's only 3 characters left in the past. So, I'm going to try to predict who those 3 are. Remember, I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'm just going to try to take a guess. So, I think the rest of these characters are all going to be third party. So, because in an interview, Sakurai stated that he was very excited to reveal these last 3. And on the surface, that may not seem like much, but Sakurai never really stated that he's been that excited to reveal most other characters. And I think that they got the lame first party ones out of the way. That's why I think Min Min came right after Byleth, just to get those 2 out of the way so they can focus on the more bigger characters. So the last 3 characters I think they're going to be is Rayman from the Rayman series, Ryu Habasa from, is that how you say his name? I guess. Ryu Habasa, I think that's his name, from the Ninja Gaiden series. And lastly, the big one, Crash Bandicoot. So why would I choose these 3? Well, for Ryu Habasa, many rumors have been going around him for a while now, and he just seems like a character he just seems like the perfect, I don't know if he's a retro character. I mean, I know he's from the retro past, but I'm not really sure if he counts as one. But he's a character that deserves to be in Smash. A lot of leaks have been going around about him lately, and he just seems like a character who would fit near perfectly into Smash. So that's why I think he'd be included. For Rayman, well, Nintendo and Ubisoft have a very good relationship. And Rayman is definitely a big enough character to be included in Smash Bros. And he would get a lot of people hyped. And he already has representation in Smash Bros. As a spirit. And spirits don't deconfirm characters. So I think that Nintendo, they could put in Rayman because of their relationship with Ubisoft, the fact that he'd be really easy to put in, and also because of the fact that, you know, Rayman would be a really popular character. And lastly, the one I think that is the most likely to get in, Crash Bandicoot. Many leaks have been talking about him, and I would be near shocked if he didn't get in. Crash Bandicoot fits way too well into Smash. If he was in Smash Bros, he would fit way too well. He has the moveset for Smash. He looks like a Nintendo character. The only problem I could see is that he would be too hard to get in, but I don't think that's true. I truly don't. There's been leaks about Crash Bandicoot 4 coming to the Switch, and honestly, seeing how we've had the Insane Trilogy come already, I think it's very likely that Crash Bandicoot 4 is going to come to the Switch. And if it does, Crash Bandicoot is near a guarantee. I mean, just think about it. He's one of the most popular video game characters of all time. He would work so well into Smash. He looks like a character that you would find in Smash Bros. It just makes too much sense for Crash Bandicoot to be included here. So Rayman, Ryu Habasa, and Crash Bandicoot are the last 3 characters for Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter Pass 2. Remember, those are just my predictions, but those are the 3 I think that will be included for those last 3 slots. Now, let's talk about a new Kirby game, because if this doesn't happen, I would be near shocked, because Star Allies came out almost 3 years ago. 3. And we haven't really had any Kirby games since then. Oh, we had Kirby Fighters 2, how cool! But we've never had a mainline Kirby game since 3 years ago, which that gap is just way too long. I mean, like, come on. I mean, look how close Triple Deluxe and Robobot came close to each other. Like, and those are completely different games. And you're telling me it's been 3 years since the last normal Kirby game? I guess they may be trying to work on some type of 3D Kirby game or something, and that's what's taking too long. But I mean, come on, 3 years? There needs to be a mainline Kirby game this year. There just has to. It's been way too long since the last mainline game in the series. So, there's not really much for me to say. It's just been such a long wait, and we've just been loaded and loaded with filler from Kirby that we need a new mainline Kirby game this year. And I think we are going to get it. Let's be honest, in every single Nintendo prediction video you've watched, you've heard someone talk about Metroid Prime 4. And you know what? I am not going to be an exception. Let's talk about it. So, Metroid Prime 4, Nintendo announced it in 2017. And then about a year and a half later, they announced that they were trying to restart the development. So, now people are wondering when the heck it's going to come out. And at this point, I have no clue. I hope it comes out this year, and I think it's pretty likely that it will. So, it's either a mix between it's either happening this year or next year. And I hope that God it's not happening next year. Because, look, we've been waiting way too long for a Metroid Prime 4. Ever since it was announced, we have been waiting forever. And look, it's been almost more than 4 years since it has been announced. Oh my, there's really not much for me to say. It's just been so long since Metroid Prime 4 was announced that it has to come out soon. It just needs to. They've restarted development, I get that, but I mean, come on. It's been almost 4 years since it's been announced, and they still haven't given us, heck, any updates on it whatsoever. And heck, even if the game's not going to come out this year, they at least have to give us an update about it. Something Metroid Prime 4 related has to happen this year. It just has to. Now, let's talk about Breath of the Wild 2. Every year, Nintendo has a holiday game to bring home their console for the last month of the year. And I think Breath of the Wild 2 is the perfect game for that. Not only did it win Best Game of the Year in 2017, but people to this day are still calling it a masterpiece of a game. And hey, it is, so they're not lying. And a sequel has been anticipated by so many people for so long, ever since it was announced back in 2019, and people really want it. So I feel like Nintendo has to make it has to have it this year, because it will just be the perfect holiday game for this year. And it's already been in development for longer than we can imagine. Yes, it was announced in 2019, but they started development much before that. So since it's been in development for a while, I definitely think it's going to come out this year. And not only because it'd be the perfect holiday game, but because it's already been in development for quite a while. So that's why I think Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 has to come out this year. But Breath of the Wild 2 isn't the only thing we're going to get that's Zelda related this year. Oh no, because one thing I think we're getting is Legend of Zelda Triforce Collection. Yes, I think that is going to be the name. And it's going to be pretty much like Mario 3D All-Stars. They're going to take Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, Skyward Sword, and Twilight Princess and just slap them into one game cartridge. So yeah, I think they're going to do that because this is Zelda's 35th anniversary. Last year's was Mario. And you might be wondering, oh, why would they do the exact same thing as Mario? Well, here's the thing. Shigeru Miyamoto not only created the Mario series, but he also created the Zelda series. And people have been leaking this for a while. So yeah, these already have pretty credible leakers saying that this Triforce collection is real. And if you take into account that this is Zelda's 35th anniversary, and that it's the same creator who made the series is the same one that made Mario, it's not really unlikely to think that Shigeru Miyamoto would do the same thing for both of these franchises' 35th anniversaries. I mean, if you think about it like that, these just seem a whole lot more likely now. People have been begging for these to happen, and it gives people who've never played any of those games, like myself, a chance to finally play them for the first time. So yeah, I definitely think that these are going to happen. Not only to celebrate Zelda's 35th anniversary, but because since both of these series were created by Shigeru Miyamoto, the fact that I think they did it for one, I think they'll do it for the other as well. And plus, leakers are already saying that this is going to happen. So yeah, I definitely think that these are going to happen. So I don't think we're going to get anything big that's Mario related this year, because we already had Paper Mario the Origami King and Mario 3D All-Stars last year for his 35th anniversary. So I really don't think we're gonna get anything big for the Red Plumber Man this year. But I do think we are gonna get some Mario related things, and the first thing of those is a brand new Mario Golf game. Unlike Strikers and Sluggers, Mario Golf is not dead. Mario Golf is still a series that is alive. And the last series, World Tour, did do pretty well. And I definitely think that they would make a new Mario Golf game. And the fact that it's been so long since World Tour, and the fact that, Camelot had a heck of a lot of time to make it, since, Mario Tennis Aces came out in 2018. Yeah, since combining the fact that the Mario Golf series was still going pretty strong, and the fact that it's been a while since we've seen another Mario Sports game, I think now's about time that we get a new Mario Golf game. And I think it'll make a lot of people happy as well. And it definitely give us something good that's Mario related for the year. Because, yes, I know Mario's 35th anniversary was last year and they went, all big on that and stuff. But that doesn't mean that we're going to get nothing for the big red man this year. So, yeah, I think that a Mario Golf game would definitely be a good option to give us something Mario related this year. Now, let's talk about a new Donkey Kong game. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze only went to the Switch in 2018. The original game was created in 2014. Over 6 years ago. Bruh. And we haven't had any new Donkey Kong game for 6 years. Yes, we had Tropical Freeze on the Switch, but that's just a port with barely anything else to it. So 6 years since an entirely new Donkey Kong. That is just way too long. That is way too long. And those are not pretty cool bananas right there. So what I think is going to happen is that either one, we are getting an entirely new Donkey Kong game this year, or two, we're not going to get a new Donkey Kong game at all for the Switch. So, just listen, 6 years? No. Just 6 years is way too long. So either one, they're making a new 2D Donkey Kong, or which doesn't make sense seeing how long the wait's been, or two, they're making a brand new 3D Donkey Kong like the routes of Donkey Kong 64, which I think that the 3D one is much more likely because, I mean, come on, 6 years? Are you kidding me? 6 years for another 2D platformer? Yeah, I highly doubt that. If they made a 3D Donkey Kong, this 6-year gap, yes, it would still be an awfully long time, but it would make much more sense. So I think that we're going to get a new 3D Donkey Kong game this year, solely because of the long wait and because we haven't had a new Donkey Kong game in forever. And the reason why I think it's going to be 3D is because of this long wait, I highly doubt all of that time was spent into making a new 2D game. When 3D games take much longer to develop, I think that this long wait is because of a 3D Donkey Kong game. And I think it's going to come out this year solely because of the 6 years of waiting since a new Donkey Kong. Well guys, that's it for my predictions. Let me know what you guys thought about my predictions in the comments down below. Do you disagree with my opinions? Do you disagree with them? And if you want, tell me what you think is going to come to the Switch in 2021. With that said, thank you guys for watching. See you soon. Later.